Hey guys, this is the next episode in the Video Archive VHS collection series, and this episode is focused on all titles that start with the letter R. Without further ado, let's get started. First off, we have one of the Rambo movies. I don't have all three though on VHS just yet. I don't know why, but I don't. But I have Rambo First Blood Part 2, and I gotta say, this subcover is really nice. For one, kind of a classic cover in terms of the like it very much screams 80s action flick, but the title is embossed. Sylvester Stallone's name is embossed, so it's a really nice cover. Oh, same thing with the spine too. They did the same thing. The top they also did as well. So yeah, really nice slipcover. What is it? I can't even read it. I think it's the 39th week of 1998, but it's really hard to read. Next up, we have an Alfred Hitchcock movie. We have Rear Window. One of his more well-known movies. The 40th week of 1991. Alright, next up we have a Hannibal Lecter movie. This is actually the prequel to Silence of the Lambs. Red Dragon. The 10th week of 2003. Speaking of Anthony Hopkins, this next tape is another movie that he starred in. The Remains of the Day. The 17th week of 1994. Alright, next we have a video game movie, which a few videos back I had one. Usually, I don't like these movies, they're usually not very good. But I had this one because it was a fairly late release. Resident Evil Apocalypse. Yeah, I don't care for these movies. I like the video games just fine, but the movies I really don't like. I think they're just meant to kind of be... I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd call this a B movie or not. The 8th week of 2005. This was actually recycled. Let me peel this back. I think I got it okay. Yeah. 39th week of 1996. Whenever it was some other tape. Before being reused for this. Alright, next we have a sequel to a popular Australian film. Return to Snowy River. January 9th, 2001 and January 12th, 2001. Next, we have a movie that was actually very successful at the time, but critics were not too pleased with how Kevin Costner portrayed the titular character. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And the reason why critics didn't like Kevin Costner's performance is because he spoke with an American accent despite the movie taking place in England. So they didn't like how he didn't try to deliver his lines with a British accent. November 13th, 1997. Okay, these next two tapes are from a popular cartoon series from the late 50s and early 60s. The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. The show that essentially made cartoons on television viable. If it wasn't for Rocky and Bullwinkle, we probably wouldn't have shows such as The Flintstones airing during prime time during the 60s. April 17th, 1991. Won't show up well on camera. October 17th, 1991. Okay, these next three tapes come from one of Nickelodeon's first cartoon series and one of their most iconic, Rugrats. So first up, we have Angelica Knows Best. I typically don't pick up too many animated series unless it's like a really... either a show that I think holds up, at least as an adult. The 20th Week of 1998. Or just a show that's very iconic. Then we have Runaway Reptar. Which, this was kind of when the show jumped the shark. This is an alright, like, TV movie, but it was around this time the show was starting to decline in terms of quality. The 33rd Week of 1999, but it won't focus. And then we have the Santa Experience. The 36th Week of 1997. And to cap off this video, we have a tape from the early 2000s. And the movie has quite a cast in it. Runaway Jury. This might have a theater release, but I could be wrong. This is from around 2003, I believe. That's when this came out. The film, well, funny if it says 2002, but this is actually 2003, I believe. Yeah, this came from my local Hollywood Video, but it closed by the time I moved to Cheyenne. Alright, that's it with this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stick around for the next episode in this series. Take care.